Hello everyone and welcome to Body Activation Explorations, ankle dorsiflexion and plantarflexion, which means ankle going up and ankle going down. First we start with the journal. How do you currently feel? Do you feel okay today? Feel not so good? Accurately describe it. Put a name to it. Get accurate. How is it affecting how you're moving and how you're living right now? We're going to look for positions that have no cramping and no pain. And we're going at a controlled pace of 2 seconds up to 2 seconds down. And we're going to do each side 6 to 12 times. We are looking for the position that is the most difficult to control with zero pain, cracking, tightness, any discomfort whatsoever, none of it. We're going to start in a standing position. From here, I actually hold my left thigh up without touching the ground. I'm anchored to a table with my right hand, so it's nice and smooth, and I'm not balancing, I'm stable. I'm only pulling my foot up and pushing it down. So I'm really spinning around the ankle joint instead of just lifting my toes up and down. And I'm going to do that again between 6 to 12 times, but the whole point isn't the number, it's how it feels. So if you feel like something's really good, you can journal it. If you feel like something isn't so good, please journal it, because again, we're looking for the position that is pain-free, that is most difficult to control. If there's pain, you can even note that too, so you can compare it to how it changes, right? See those changes between standing and on your back. So this one is best done off of a bed. We have plenty of room to lift the foot up and lift the foot down. There should be zero cracking, zero popping, and what you're trying to do is spin it straight up and straight down. Notice if it wants to go in or out to the side, or if your knee wants to bend, or can you keep your knee straight with this one? Do you want to use some of your quad muscles or thigh muscles as you're bringing it up or down? These are all things to note. The more control that you have over this, and the more that you experience, the more that's going to carry over into positions that feel safe. And we're looking for really safe positions, especially if you've ever turned or rolled an ankle before. If you ever had any type of ankle injury playing sports, this is an excellent one to look at, because we're reestablishing control of that ankle, and we're going to see if it changes from the variety of positions that you're going to be in, whether it's on your side or on your back. So this next one, we're going to see on our right hip, and I really like to stabilize my head with my bottom arm. You can use a pillow if you want, and I'm anchoring my left foot on top of my right foot so that it can slide down and up. And you notice how this left leg, the knee, is somewhat bending and straightening as I go through this. It's a little difficult to see, and it's slight, but my knee wants to contribute to this motion. And I'm going to do the same thing with the bottom. And I like my feet off the edge so I don't have the bottom foot going up into the bed or the table. So it's off the edge enough so it's not sliding, and I don't need the friction from the table to give me any extra resistance. I think it's interesting seeing how my ankles are moving, and I'm sure the same goes for you. If you've ever had an ankle injury before, and at first it's really, really painful, really swollen, maybe black and blue. How many times have we really seen how it moves again? The pain may go away, but then people have a tendency just to wrap it up or tape it and do exactly what they did before instead of trying to bring more attention to the area. Practice control when it's nice and light. We're not really loading it that much other than practicing using it in all these different positions. So again, as we're going up and down, I'm trying to keep my toes out of it, and I'm just spinning at the ankle and seeing how it affects my knee and affects my hip or the rest of my body. And I had one person where when they use their ankle, gave them a headache. Well, that's something to note. Like, how does the rest of your body feel when you're spinning this ankle back and forth? Think about how many times you're going to be using this ankle if you walk, or if you run, or if you swim. Most of the time, we take the ankle for granted because Most of the time we only notice it when it's injured. This is a great opportunity to really understand the movement of it, because if we're going to be doing any calf raises or any lunges or any type of squatting motion, when you get down, that ankle has to bend. Otherwise, it's very difficult to get down. Otherwise, you just bend at the hip. So as we're going through this, really feel how that ankle is spinning and how it may apply towards other things that you're doing. And notice whether or not both sides feel the same, or are they completely different? Because that's exactly what we're going to be putting in our journal later. So we make some comparisons on how everything has changed or stayed the same. We want to plot our progression or lack of progression. We want to make sure that what we're doing is actually promoting some sort of positive change and growth. So this journaling process is, how do you feel now compared to the beginning, and accurately describe it now. Has it changed? And also, has how you moved changed? Are you moving differently? Now that we know the position that is pain-free, that is difficult to control, let's build our ankle exercise.